A woman and her adult daughter work together as professional scammers. They rely on their appearance and charm to mislead men, and most people cannot defend themselves against their tricks. A young businessman gets married. His new wife looks confident and social, dancing with many guests at the party, including the waitstaff. The groom watches this for a long time until he feels uncomfortable. He stops the waiter from dancing with her and takes his wife back toward their room. But reaching the honeymoon suite feels like the longest walk for him. His excitement rises as his wife removes her jacket, but she drank too much earlier and falls asleep. He considers waking her with cold water, but decides to calm down instead. The next morning, she finally wakes up. The groom tries to continue with what he had planned, but she is hungover, becomes sick, and runs to the bathroom. He has a cleanliness obsession and immediately loses all desire. He tells her he has urgent work and leaves for the office. At the company, he unexpectedly feels attracted to the new secretary. He almost loses control, but the secretary doesn't mind his awkward behavior. Suddenly, his wife arrives and accuses him of cheating, only 17 hours after the wedding. She says he betrayed her love, files for divorce, and demands $300,000 in compensation. Meanwhile, the mother and daughter finish another job. They go to a fancy restaurant to celebrate. After they eat, they sprinkle broken glass on the plate. The manager rushes over to apologize, gives them a free meal, and even sends a bottle of red wine. The mother pretends to be picky, saying she only drinks a higher-end brand. Afterward, they go to the bank to withdraw money, but their account is frozen. People claiming to be from the tax office arrive and say the mother has never paid taxes in her life. The daughter is upset and argues, but the tax officers point out that she also has unpaid taxes. They must pay a $250,000 fine or face legal consequences. The mother agrees to pay, but asks them to unfreeze the account first. They refuse and say she must pay first to unfreeze it. This impossible situation leaves them with no solution. They have no choice but to find another rich man quickly and earn enough money to cover the fine. They pick the most luxurious hotel in the area because more rich people stay there. They can't afford it, but the mother causes a scene and successfully gets hotel compensation, allowing them to stay in the presidential suite for free. Now, they must pick a target. The daughter chooses a young man who inherited money and is very close to his mother, but the mother believes he is too difficult to manipulate. She instead selects a 75-year-old wealthy man who smokes heavily. The daughter worries that something might happen to him because of his age. The mother replies that in this case, they will earn even more because they will inherit his wealth. They argue and make a bet. Whoever gets the bartender to buy them a drink first wins. The daughter has the advantage, but the mother is experienced. Later, they learn the old man who attend an auction to bid $200,000 on a statue. To gain his attention, the mother raises the bid each time he bids, planning to stop at $180,000, but she goes higher. Meanwhile, the daughter tries to attract the attention of the young man she chose, but he ignores her. She pretends to choke to get him to react. He does come over, but he still only focuses on his own mother. The daughter panics and ends up choking for real. The bartender steps in and saves her, putting her in an embarrassing situation. Their plans fail, so they switch to another plan. The daughter places a tire spike in the road to make the old man stop, allowing the mother to appear and help. But instead of the old man, the bartender arrives first. He came because the daughter left her wallet behind. Then the old man arrives, and everything becomes chaotic. The daughter pushes the bartender out of the way and jumps with him into the woods, just as the old man's car loses control and hits the bartender's car. The bartender cries out about his damaged car and his injured leg. The daughter delays him long enough for the mother to arrive. The mother offers to take the old man to the hospital. At first he refuses, but when he starts feeling dizzy, he agrees. They leave together. Even though the plan went wrong, the outcome still works. The mother successfully establishes contact with him. The daughter also learns that the bartender is actually the bar owner. She tries to create a chance meeting, but he notices the setup. He is young, successful, and kind, and the daughter finds herself interested in him, though she stops herself from acting on impulse. Meanwhile, the old man becomes emotionally attached to the mother. At his home, she discovers he has a housekeeper who reveals her plan and looks down on her. The mother decides to deal with her. The next day, the mother hides the old man's ex-wife's jewelry inside the housekeeper's pillow, but the old man doesn't care about it. When the mother opens a cabinet, he still doesn't care about the jewelry, but becomes furious when he realizes she hid his cigarettes. After the angry housekeeper leaves, the daughter arrives to apply for the housekeeper job. The old man thinks she's too inexperienced. She pours water and spills it, but she argues that one can't gain experience without working. The old man hires her and tells her to start the next day. After the interview, the daughter rushes to meet the bartender, but her mother secretly follows her. The mother believes the daughter is falling in love, which goes against their scammer rules. The daughter insists that the bartender is also pretending. The mother points out that he closed his eyes when kissing her, meaning he was sincere. To prove she is still a scammer, the daughter walks out with his credit card and says she will return with it full of new charges. Originally, the daughter just wanted to enjoy life with him and take a small amount, but halfway she feels guilty. She reveals her real identity to him. The bartender doesn't care and says he likes her as she is. His honesty changes her, and she gives up. She agrees to help her mother complete the big scam so they can pay the fine. But the mother and the tax officer are working together. The account was never frozen. She only wanted to keep her daughter from falling in love and force her to stay focused. The fake tax officer even paid for their dinner. A few days later, the mother prepares to finish her part of the plan after the old man proposes. She accepts immediately. The old man becomes so excited that he faints. The mother calls her daughter to help move him to the balcony for fresh air. On their way downstairs, they run into the young businessman who asks the mother for forgiveness. He still believes he made a mistake by being unfaithful. At this moment, the mother and daughter's true identities are revealed. They realize they must recover the money, or the young businessman will take action against them. The daughter asks if they still have the $300,000. The mother explains that the tax situation she staged was fake. The account was never frozen. The fake tax officer deceived her and took the money. Reporting anyone to the police is impossible because it was all part of the con. The only way to recover the money is for the daughter to carry out their usual plan with the bartender. The daughter agrees, though reluctant. She plans to marry the bartender while the young businessman and mother pretend to be her relatives. They follow their old routine, make the target fall for them, and get divorce compensation. On the wedding day, the daughter pretends to be drunk while the mother plays her attraction role. The daughter trusts the bartender to be sincere. The bartender proves genuine and truly cares for the daughter. The mother still needs the money, so she secretly gives the bartender a sedative. The daughter is heartbroken. The next day, the divorce is finalized. The bartender sells the bar and pays compensation, but the young businessman refuses the money after learning the bartender acted in good faith. He also criticizes the mother and daughter for tricking both him and the bartender. They receive the $300,000, but feel no joy. The daughter believes she can no longer enter a genuine romantic relationship because of the scams she endured. The mother feels guilty because the bartender never betrayed her daughter. Her interference caused the problem. Later, the mother visits the young businessman and decides to stop scamming, while the daughter goes to the bartender to help recover the bar. Soon after, the young businessman teams up with the mother to trick the fake tax officer and recover the $300,000. By then, the old man has already passed away.